So this video is about taking the next step. When things in your life are really difficult, and hey, a lot of us go through a lot of very difficult things. Sometimes all you can do is take the next step. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, when you build a house, it's, brick by brick by brick, and eventually you have a house. And when things are really difficult in your life, sometimes you're paralyzed. You don't know what to do. And when you don't know what to do, just take the next step. Even if that next step means doing nothing. Even if it means doing nothing, that is your next step, to do nothing. Sometimes we have to back up and we need to breathe, deep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just calm our thoughts and just stop. Just stop. Right? As my father said, slow down, slow the tornado of catastrophic thoughts in your head. Slow it down. And even if that next step means doing nothing, that's okay. Do nothing. So what? So what if you're supposed to be, you have a whole list of things you're supposed to get done that day. Sometimes you just can't, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to. And you don't know how you're going to get through the rest of the day, well, stop worrying about it and just go do what you need to do right now. Just take the next step. It's like if I were to tell you to go walk a mile and you're thinking, here, I'll make it better for you. I'm going to have you run a marathon, okay? And you're just thinking, well, how am I going to do that? I can't do that. That's a long way to run. But you don't just go run a marathon. You take one step at a time. You think about it. And then you start training slowly but surely. And eventually you go run. But you can't just start from A to Z, never running before, and think you're going to do it. You have to slow down. And it's the same thing when our thoughts just start going crazy on us. All we can do is slow down. When we're so miserable, we can't function. And I found this in my own story with what's happened to me, but I can also remember when I was severely depressed. And I'm very grateful I don't experience that anymore. But I'm talking about so depressed you can't get out of bed. And you just want to close the drapes and make sure it's really dark because you don't want to see the light, because that means a new day has come and you can't go through it again. You just can't do it. Sometimes my next step would be just to do nothing. And then I became a little bit stronger, and my next step was to get out of bed. You think that wasn't a big step? For a lot of people think, oh, it's no big deal, get out of bed. Well, I say to you that say that, then you've never experienced real depression. My next step would be to go brush my teeth. Maybe the next step would be take a shower. I remember once taking a step just to walk out my door and look at the sun, turn around and walk right back in the house. Just take the next step. And do not judge yourself because you can't get from A to Z like that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Life can be difficult. And those are the times when life is difficult. That's when you better slow down. You better take some time to breathe and just say to yourself, it's okay. Just take the next step. Please pay attention to this video because this is one that I really talk about with my clients, and I'm a trauma specialist, because I think we get so crazed with how much we have to do that we do nothing, especially when we're upset. And hey, there are people that aren't upset at all, but they just have so much to do they don't know what to do. Slow down. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to drive your car out of your garage and think you're going to end up, I'm in Los Angeles by the beach in downtown in about 2 seconds. It's going to take some time. I just have to go inch by inch by inch, especially in traffic, but eventually I get there. The other thing I've learned is, I'm going to use the traffic as an idea. Let's say you need to get from point A to Z, and you're trying to go on this straight road, and there's a crink in the road, but you decide you're going to go straight, and you just can't because there's so much traffic. And you look at this little creek in the road and you think you can go that way, but there's even traffic and you don't know what to do and you're just sitting there. Well, there's two things you can do. You can continue driving like a snail and think, nothing I can do. I can't help that there's traffic. I can get upset. I can become angry. I can make myself miserable. Or I could choose to say, I think I'm just going to sit in my car and listening to my music, and I'm just going to enjoy this time. There's nothing you can do. Why get upset? Now, if you happen to know of another way you can go, then go the other way. It doesn't have to be the way. Do something different. You just change. That's okay too. People that, talking about spirituality and belief, people that really believe in, that are spiritual, they believe in spirituality, yours truly. What we know is that if we really have this belief, it doesn't matter if there's a kink in the road, because our belief will get us to where we want to be. If we just stay focused in our belief, we will get there.